In your anti-coffee pod era, you're in the right place. Let me take you step by step through what it takes to roast delicious small batch coffee. First, I get my roaster and my cooling tray all set up. Then I go ahead and measure out my green coffee beans. Once my roaster is preheated, I'll go ahead and charge the beans and get my recipe loaded up. This thing is kind of like an oven meets a dryer, basically tumbling the beans in really, really hot air, and I monitor the way the temperature rises, what we call the rate of rise. Now here you can see why I prefer to roast outside. I have a vent system inside, but it's just way easier when I get to do it outside. Once I hit my drop temperature, I go ahead and drop the beans, and I want to cool them down really fast. You'll notice a pretty light color here, and all that means is that we just dropped the beans earlier than if we did a dark roast, which we're about to do next. A little more insight here. Basically, I have 3 settings. I have power, fan, and drum, and I can adjust those to basically control the temperature over time. Dark roast just means we're roasting the beans for longer, so they get hotter, and they'll reach what's called second crack here. The beans have to release the CO2, so they're basically exploding. And you'll probably notice a lot darker of a color here and a bit of a sheen on the beans. That's the oil that comes to the surface. Next, we're going to prep our packaging. My light roast is Jam Jar. It's a bright, fruity, medium body. And then my dark roast is Caramel Creek, a heavy body with a rich, chocolatey caramel flavor. I also like to write the roasting date on these just to show how fresh they are. I have my sample bags that I like to give out, and then I also have my full-size bags that are for sale on my website right now. You can shop both these flavors along with my medium roast at morningmistcoffee.com.